So I wanted to provide you with some kind of quick, actionable things that you can implement right fucking now that will reduce your screen time a lot, and hopefully can help you to break your addiction to technology or your phone or whatever problem you have around that, right? Because it did for me. These tips in particular, they're very like time efficient. So the ratio between how much time you spend doing it and how much you get out is massive, right? Hence the title of the video. So yeah, let's jump straight in. So the first one is something called grayscale, right? So grayscale is fundamentally it is a spectrum, a scale of gray, right? So you have black out here and then you have white here, and everything in the middle is gray, right? So you have a scale of gray. And basically what that means in this context is that if you activate grayscale on your phone, your entire phone is going to go black and white, right? So all the colors, all the red, blue, yellow, orange, purple, whatever, they're all going to be they're going to turn into black and white. And basically what this does is that it makes your phone so much less appealing, right? Because when you go onto your, for example, TikTok and stuff, and you scroll or anything like that, some bullshit video game, or you scroll on reels, or you go into Snapchat and message your loser friends or some shit that you know you should ditch, but you haven't because you don't have the balls yet to do it. It's so much less appealing, like everything is, when there isn't a lot of color. You know, it might sound a bit weird, like what the fuck's this guy talking about, if you've never heard about this concept. But I promise you, if you just go into grayscale right now, you might be on your computer right now, you can go into your phone as an actionable step right now and turn on grayscale, right? You search for color filters in the settings app, and then you click on grayscale and activate. So, and you'll see what I mean, right? If you're on your phone right now, just pause the video and go into the settings and turn it on, right? And it might seem at first, if you, depending on how severe your addiction is, is not going to be nearly as dopaminergic as your phone is right now, which is gonna if you're a bit like me, you're probably gonna have a bunch of copes in your mind that tell you that this is not a great idea at all, for some reason, for some bullshit reason, and that's basically your addiction speaking, right? So I want you to go do that right now. Turn on grayscale. Like, if you're watching this on your phone and you're not, and I'm not black and white, then bro, just go fucking do it, man. I'm not gonna, like, stop accepting me insulting you and you know calling you stuff like a fucking one testicle man or some shit. Just fucking stop being a little, okay, let me not I don't need to call your names right now, bro. So, but basically, get the fuck to the settings app to your phone, and then go into color filters and then turn on grayscale, right? I promise you, your phone will be so much less appealing, and it will be so much easier to resist going onto these fucking insidious apps that have been deliberately designed to hook your attention and to enslave you. And yeah, you're basically taking so much power away from them and giving it to yourself, right? So I want you to do that right now if you haven't already. Yeah, bro, nature's beautiful. You should go out into nature more, in my opinion. Yeah, bro. All right, so the second tip is something that you can do very easily on your phone as well, and that is to put on do not disturb and silent on your phone, right? So basically what this is going to do is that you're not going to receive notifications from people, basically. And you can also pair this with going onto settings on your phone and going onto notifications and disabling them all for all apps, right? You can do that right now if you want to as well. And basically what this is going to do, these three things, and disabling notifications, putting your phone on silent, you know, the little button on the side of the phone, like above the volume buttons, you know, you can press that, so that, for example, if you use Snapchat like I did, fuck man, Snapchat is such a little fucking childish app, you know. They're man, I remember when I used to, you know, have streaks with people on Snapchat. I used to pull up my phone, or not even that. I used to have my phone just in my pocket or whatever, and I used to hear these little fucking notification sounds from Snapchat. If you have Snapchat or if you've had it, you know what I mean, right? These little, how do they sound even? Like or some bullshit like that, you know, and the vibration, and I like I used to be immediately like basically hooked by that shit, and I had to go into my phone and reply to these fucking morons who I was friends with back then, and like send a little picture of myself and stuff, maintain streaks with people. Man, that shit's so fucking gay, man. It's so gay, bro. Oh man, I can't even. Nah, fuck that shit. But for example, if you do have Snapchat, if you haven't overcome that level of maturity yet, then basically, or you're coping yourself into believing that for some reason it is productive for you to have Snapchat on your phone because you need to stay in contact with your friends or some shit. I don't know. You'll get over that at some point as well. But as long as you remain on this path, right, of self-improvement. But basically, if you're adamant on keeping these apps like Snapchat and Instagram and all these places like social media, TikTok and stuff, if you do keep them, then I would absolutely urge you to enable do not disturb and disable notifications so that you're not hooked into just getting on your phone, because man, these things, like, the reason that every single app wants you to allow them to have notifications on the app, like on your phone, is because they want to pull you into the platform when you're not on it, right? They want to, and especially they want to pull you into the app when you're on other apps, right? When you're on your phone, and then you get this little thing that comes down from the top of your screen, like somebody has Snapchatted you or some bullshit like that. Man, so like, disable all notifications. If you need to have some notifications on, for example, with your parents or something, which honestly you probably don't, but let's say you do, then I would keep them on. They're not going to be nearly as destructive as, for example, Snapchat or social media or YouTube or anything like that. When YouTubers tell you to, oh bro, make sure you subscribe and then press the bell icon so that you get notifications. I think that's so inappropriate, because it basically, at least in this kind of self-improvement space, I guess with entertainment content, it's appropriate for the users or the consumers of that content, because the entertainment is not there to make the viewer more productive, right? So I guess notifications makes more sense there. But I've never used notifications basically for YouTube videos. I think they're useless, because I don't like notifications in general, because they hook my attention when I didn't actually myself want to go to that place. Like, personally, I don't even have my like best friends or my parents' notifications enabled on my phone. I have none, right? Literally none. And what I do is that, like, when I want to see their messages, when I decide I want to see their messages, I go onto my phone, I click WhatsApp or messages, whatever, and I see if anyone has messaged me anything, and then I read them. Wow, that's such a big brain move by me, man. Yeah, bro. It turns out that you don't actually need notifications on your phone. You can actually just exist without them. You can actually just disable them and then by yourself go into the phone and check them. Like, check the stuff that you want to check, right? If you want to check your DMs or whatever, then you can do that. But I'm just so opposed to this notion that other people should be, or other apps, these fucking companies like Mark Zuckerberg or some shit, the owner of Facebook and Instagram and WhatsApp even, I believe, can just basically get you onto his platform whenever he wants to, because you allowed the app to send notifications to your phone, right? Basically, yeah. Like Hamza, this big YouTuber that I follow closely, by the way, he's a great guy, man. I really like his content. Basically the only educational creator that I consume. or that sounded a bit weird, but he's basically the only his content is basically the only content that I consume, right? At least I do consume some outdoor boys as well, but that's mainly it. And he said this like he said Mark Zuckerberg is clapping your cheeks right now, because like when in his video when he was also talking about the stuff of disabling notifications and not letting apps just hook you onto their platform whenever they want to, and you're basically giving them power. It's basically like you having a collar, like a little dog, around your neck, and then whenever whenever your master wants to, he can just pull the collar and get your attention and get you to move or get you to this place, you know. That's kind of how I see notifications when it comes to like you know, social media and stuff, and even in normal contacts, right? Like with your friends and stuff. And then finally, or not even finally, but if you have balls enough, you can also just delete the apps whatsoever, even though you might think to yourself that you need them. You actually don't, you know. Just try it for a few days. Just literally you can go into your phone right now, see all the apps on your phone, go one by one and think to yourself, do I actually need this app on my phone? Do I need it? And if I think to myself, yeah, I do need it because of this reason, because I need to, it's for my work or something. I'm a YouTube sorry, I'm a YouTuber. I need to have the YouTube app on my phone. Is that really it though? Because can't you just not have? Why can't you just not have the YouTube app on your phone, and then when you're gonna upload the video, then you can go into your phone and download the app, go into the app, upload the video, go out, delete the app, and then continue your normal existence, you know? Because the thing is, if you're designing your digital environment, your digital landscape in a certain way, that's gonna be like, that's gonna reflect your behavior, you know? If you have a bunch of stuff that's on your phone that you choose to keep there, that you know can distract you, then that's like, you're just gonna worsen your addiction, you know. That's just common sense, you know. So that's what I would recommend. That's what I've done. I've no social media on my phone. I have grayscale enabled. I have notifications disabled. I have enabled a couple of people, like my parents and my two closest friends, to call me, right? They can call me if they want to, even because that's a bit more like it might be a bit more urgent or something, you know. But even that, to be honest, I keep my phone on airplane mode for maybe 50% of my like my time that I'm awake, and all the time when I'm asleep, of course. Whoa, was about to slide down there. But yeah, basically I keep my phone on airplane mode a lot because it just, you know, if I don't feel like I should be receiving phone calls right now, then I don't want to do that, you know. Because like, for example, right now I'm recording this video. I don't want to, I'm pretty sure I might actually not have remembered to put it on airplane mode, but I think I did, or I might not have. But basically, when I do these kinds of things, when I'm recording videos, or when I'm training in the gym, or for example, I'm out in just walking here in nature or something, I want airplane mode turned on as well, because I don't want to receive any incoming calls, you know. And some people might think that's a bit over the top, a bit crazy, you know. What if there's an emergency? I don't know, man. Emergencies, I'm not really sure I believe in them too much. Like, I've never been like, there's never been an emergency for me, and I'm not really the first person that, for example, someone would necessarily go to if there was an emergency. Perhaps I would be for my friends at least, but yeah, I think that the ROI in general is going to be higher for me, the return on investment, if I have even airplane mode turned on and I'm completely shut off from like people contacting me through my phone for some periods of time, like some periods of my day, you know. So yeah, bro. And then also one more thing that you can do if you're like binge watching a lot of content or playing video games, or not playing video games, sorry, if you're binge watching a lot of content, particularly on YouTube, or you're, for example, let's say you have a Twitter or whatever, X or whatever the fuck it's called, we'll call it Twitter. If you have a Twitter page where you could post content or something, then you might get distracted by the recommended feed, like on the Twitter homepage, right? And the same with YouTube. This is especially relevant for me because I've been a pretty big binge watcher of YouTube content in my life, you know, up until a while ago when I kind of broke free from that. And basically what I did, one of the things that I did was I installed a list of Chrome extensions on my phone. Sorry, not my phone, my desktop. On my desktop on my PC. That basically it removes the recommended videos. One, like you can like when you go into YouTube and you have this Chrome extension installed and enabled, you're not gonna see 1,000 videos pop up on your recommended feed. It's just gonna be black or white or whatever, depending on if you have the website on dark or light mode, you know. And then also there's a Chrome extension for thumbnails, so that you can blur out thumbnails, because basically, like, most thumbnails nowadays, at least with brain rot, degenerate entertainment content, or even like finance guru content, that kind of stuff, these top 7 ways to make money online, that bullshit, you know. The thumbnails of the videos they're obviously designed to be very appealing to the human eye, and I just found that I like keeping my because I do consume on YouTube, I do consume long form content, like for example Hamza Ahmed's content, I do consume that. So I just like keeping my kind of environment clean in that sense, my digital environment, as I want to do on my phone as well. Hence why I don't have basically any apps on there, apart from a few essentials, right? But then there's a Chrome extension for removing comments and for removing like views, because sometimes it can be relevant to see the views of a video if you're like if you're a YouTuber yourself and you want to see how you want to like analyze someone else's channel. That can be nice, that can be useful. But basically I'm gonna leave some links to some Chrome extensions that I use in the video description that you can install on your PC, that will it'll help with your if you binge watch a lot of content, you know. It'll make it less appealing, it'll make it less distracting, it'll make it less just harder for you to actually fall into that trap, you know. So yeah, man, those are the main kind of things that I've done to you know, set up my digital environment in a way that is conducive to me not being addicted to technology, basically, especially social media in this context. So yeah, bro, that's about it. Yeah, bro, nature's beautiful, absolutely. All right, bro, that's it for the video, man. See you next time.